Hi, so today we are looking at why we need to take a broader approach to healing abdominal separation, or you might hear it called diastasis recti. So often we tend to look at spot treatments for body issues. So if you present with abdominal separation, then the focus will be on the muscles in the stomach and the core area. And so often, not only is this not going to be effective, but in some respects, if you're doing sit-ups and you've got a separation of the abdominal muscles, it can actually make it worse. So what we need to think about is how the body works as a whole. So it's made up of lots of smaller parts, but those smaller parts all work together as one big whole. And quite often something like the diastasis recti is simply a symptom of your body having muscle imbalances. So for a whole body treatment, we need to look at your whole body and have a look at where those imbalances are and how they come about, really. So what your lifestyle habits are, as well as what your postural habits are, and we will then start to make changes with those to create the state for your body to start healing. Your body does want to heal, and it will heal well if given the right opportunity and the right balance and exercises to do, and the lifestyle and postural changes. So let's just have a quick think about the postural changes and the lifestyle habits that might influence a diastasis recti or any other muscle imbalance. So if you think about as a mum, for example, you will have a tendency to use one hand predominantly for holding your baby, because you need to use the other hand for cooking or writing or whatever you need to be doing. You'll find that you will push a buggy or wear a sling or carry your baby with the same postural habits that you have in your day-to-day life, but because you've loaded them with a baby, you're creating extra loading to those muscle imbalances, to those weaknesses or those tight areas of your body, and so you're creating more and more pressure. Let me show you just for now, just while you're sitting there, just cross your hands, or cross your arms. Just take notice of which arm is on top. Now uncross them. Cross them with the other hand on top. And how does that feel? Yeah, it feels quite awkward, doesn't it? And that shows you that your body is not used to and has adapted to always crossing with one hand. So without thinking about it, you'll always put your right hand on top, your left hand underneath, or vice versa. And so what it can do is it can create imbalances in your shoulders. It can create imbalances in your back as well. So by starting to change which hand you cross, such a simple thing, you can start evening out the pressure on your shoulders. And that's the kind of thing we start to look at when you work with me to heal the abdominal separation. We will look at your postural habits, and I will show you how to make changes to support that. So it takes time. But all healing takes time. There's no such thing as a quick fix, and anyone who's telling you there is a quick fix, I would be very wary of. So my philosophy is to educate you about your body, and for you to start to see and feel what changes you need to make, because I think once you become empowered and are in control of your body, and you're the boss or in charge of your body, it's so much easier to make those changes and to be aware of what you need to change. So some of the questions and points I would look at when you come to me and I'm considering what treatments to do is how many babies you've had, whether you think you had abdominal separation that went untreated before, any exercises that you've taken, because some exercises will create more abdominal pressure and are likely to need some adaptations if you're going to carry on doing those. Obviously, we've just spoken about your postural habits. We'll also look at breathing, because the way you breathe can affect your abdominal separation. Any tightness in your muscles that we'll need to release and stretch, releasing first and then stretching and then strengthening. Tight muscles tend to be weak muscles. That's something quite important to consider. We'll also look at whether there's any muscles that dominate your entire system. You might be really heavily using certain muscles and other muscles are having a bit of an easy time, and so we'll need to change that about. And we'll also look at anything that you're doing regularly that might be contributing to your abdominal separation, and I would help you find ways to make changes so that you can look after your baby and also be mindful and healing and creating a place for your abdomen to heal. And then we'd also look at your pelvic floor, because quite often the pelvic floor issues and abdominal separation issues are linked, and so you might need to work on those as well. So you can see it's quite a holistic approach. We're looking at you and your lifestyle, and we're giving you the tools and the education you can make the changes for the better. I work on a 7-step model for fixing your abdominal separation, which has been tried and tested on many people and has had huge success. So if you would be interested in working with me, do come along and have a look at the website. I've put the link below. And I hope to see you soon. All right, bye-bye.